Shout to Mobamba.
What's up everyone, it's Adam from FWCI. This is going to be an interesting video. My GM, first 15 minutes, full walkthrough, options explained. This is Smack Talk. This is the, alright guys, welcome back to the channel guy. Him and the 101, I get mixed up all the time. You might notice the shirt, King Cuerno. I have a Lucha Underground rewatch podcast with my friend Malik. Those go up on the channel here. I haven't quite figured out the podcast side of it yet. So they're just going up as video shows on the YouTube channel. So we've got like 3 episodes up. Go check those out. Subscribe for new episodes of that as well. Follow at Back to the Temple on Twitter too. And at FWCIE on Twitter also. Let's check out the first 15 minutes of My GM. Each GM will start with a budget of $2,750,000. They take turns drafting, blah, blah, blah. There will be 8 rounds of drafting. After the 8th round, drafting becomes optional. GMs can opt out or draft. Okay, yep, that's good. GMs can press the R3 button to get recommendations. Okay.
And then it's back to us to pick our second star. It's basically going to go like this.
So he's not picking a length?
You can also select the opposing brand, where again you can choose from Raw, SmackDown, NXT or NXT UK, and you can also choose a GM to be your opponent. Along with
So it's only 2 brands at a time can go against each other. You can't have all 4 competing at the same time.
these options, you've got
Kinda sucks.
Fight as the best with bruisers, and you're best off having fan favourites taking on rule breakers, as these will give you the best results. You can also mix up these, so if you have a fan favourite giant, then you're best pairing these up with a rule breaking.
Can you change what class somebody is? Like, for example, they've got Brock Lesnar as a heel on there. He's actually kind of a babyface now. Can you change Brock's allegiance? Can you change his style as well?
Cruiserweight. By following those options, those will tend to give you the best results and help you put on some of the best matches. Before we finish up the draft, something else that I want to point out is the stamina and the popularity column. As while this may seem low for certain superstars, it's actually something that you can adjust before you jump into the draft. During the options for the draft pool, when you select all the superstars that will be available to draft, there's actually the option to change any of that superstar's options, so you can increase their popularity or decrease it. You can do the same with the stamina, and you can also change their role from heel to face, as well as their class.
I want to know how many created wrestlers you can have in your draft pool. Is the draft pool just everybody, or does it have like a set number as well?
Completion screen showing off our general manager, our show, and some of the superstars. Now, because we've used our budget, but Raw still have a budget.
I'm also curious, are they going to allow people to upload like transparent PNG images for the superstars, like to represent them on the thing? Because if they can, if you can upload whoever you want, that can make this game look really, really fun, even just going through the menus. Okay.
With the draft now complete, we enter the first week of GM mode, as we're just 4 weeks away from the first pay-per-view, which is WrestleMania Backlash. So heading into week 1, the first thing that we're met with is our inbox, and we have Shane McMahon here, the opposing GM, letting us know that he plans to take Raw to the top level. Along with the message from Shane, we also have a message from the Commissioner, Triple H, who is the person that oversees the mode.
So, what happened to, like, you start off in like a high school gym and you have to like build up to like better arenas and stuff?
Into the book show screen, where we have the option to set an opening match, a mid-card match and a main event, as well as 2 promos. So let's jump into the opening match, where we have the option to set a one-on-one or a tag team match. Therefore, we're going to set this up as a one-on-one female match, and we're going to do Bianca Belair versus
there was a screen where somebody could book 5 matches, but I think I then found out that was just for WrestleMania.
So again, we'll set this up as a one-on-one contest, and we'll do Lacey Evans against Rhea Ripley. However, this time,
get Rhea in there. Before he gets into this, so far it looks really clean. It looks tidy. It makes sense. I'm interested to see how it looks next year with like balancing and stuff, to see maybe it might be a little bit underdone. It still kind of feels like that, but so far it looks you know, no complaints.
These are the unlocks that you'll get, with the arenas including the high school gym and the concert hall. Cycling through the options, the first thing that you can customize is the arena, which by default is set to the high school gym, as that arena is free to use and it won't cost you a penny. However, we did unlock the concert hall, so if we wanted to, we could switch to that. However, it will cost us more money to do that, although the benefit is that we may sell more tickets and therefore earn more revenue. As for the other...
It's so bizarre that you're playing as these known, established WWE brands, but the story is that you go from a high school gym up to like a big arena, because this is the big arena there, available week 2, then the next one's like week 5, and then finally week 11. What if you're only doing 15 weeks kind of thing? Like, that just seems so friggin' strange to me. What's this? Optional goal, book 1 level 1 or higher rivalries, reward booked superstars with less than 2 star power game popularity. Jesus Christ, some of those rewards are a little bit wordy. I hope I get used to it. Standard package will ensure has lighting and... okay. Along with branding for your show, this package allows your up-and-coming superstars to gain traction with your fan base.
You can also set the level of special effects that are available and advertisements
strange.
such as superstar signings or cameos, with these all adding to the cost. However, in return for your money, you will see an increase to the show's quality as well as a chance to gain more fans. Before we save our show and we head over to the match card, the last thing that we want to check is the power card tab is in here.
Hang on, didn't I hear somewhere that all of these GM mode years end at WrestleMania? Isn't this guy just about to have WrestleMania Backlash? And then, like, 5 weeks later, he's going to be back there again?
And therefore help you get a better rating. The same can be said for the little bit of TLC power card, as that will increase the rating of a TLC match, with other power cards helping injured superstars, boosting the show's rating.
I think with all these mechanics, it's going to make it multiplayer very, very interesting. How people will use these power cards and stuff, and you know how they're going. Will they bother with them? Will people have different styles? It's gonna make competitive my GM mode very interesting to watch.
Or you can also get power cards that will affect the other show, such as stopping them from booking their top superstars. So that's an overview of all the different tabs and what you need to do before moving on to your show. But with all that done, let's confirm our booking and we'll head into the first week's match card. So here we are on the main match card screen, where we have the option to simulate, spectate or play matches. However, according to Lionel Jinx, it doesn't sound like the match rating will improve when playing matches, as it seems to be determined much more on the types of superstars that go up against each other and their popularity, as opposed to what actually happens during the match.
Interesting. That's interesting, and I like that, because it would stop, if you were playing against somebody online, it would stop them just, you know, going into every match and, like, you know, refusing to pin people and, you know, cheesing the game in a way to try and just get the biggest match rating they can. You still have to book logical storylines and stuff like that. I like that element.
With our match card complete, we switch over to the Raw brand, as we see their card features an opening TLC match of Candice LeRae against Dana Brooke. They have an advertising promo featuring Mandy Rose, and then they have a mid-card tables match between Austin Theory and Pete Dunne.
Mandy Rose looks better there than she does in her other picture for this game. That's good to see.
So they've actually spent a lot more on their show by putting on TLC, tables and Extreme Rules matches, which could work in their favour, as special match types do tend to get better audience scores.
Why is that Brock looks plasticine? Is that a real picture? What is that all about? Why does R-Truth keep getting booked in matches against Brock Lesnar and all the promotions to this game?
Under viewership, we get the rating score, as well as the changes to the fans, where it was noted that we...
So show quality... Alright, because they're in the high school gym. Match card quality, that'd be based on the booking. Star power bonuses, I guess that'd just be because you had a couple of main eventers in the main event. Show bonus, and Rhea Ripley, because she's a fucking beast. Ticket prices. Okay, alright, so it's got everything there. What are these tweets over here? Not my greatest fight tonight. Try repeating those words to my face next week, Xavier. Okay. Kind of generic looking tweets, that's fine.
Which shows that our show, SmackDown, was top, as although the shows both did the same amount of star ratings for their matches, we gained more fans and we made more money. So with week 1 complete, that's where I'm going to leave things, but hopefully this gives you a good idea of what you can expect from the mode. And if you want to learn more, then stay tuned.
Alright, it's weird that you're using an established WWE brand, but you're starting in a high school gym, but your roster could very well have The Rock on it. And it's this short, like, you got to use your imagination a lot with these wrestling games like 2K19 and stuff like that. I can't bend my imagination around how or when this scenario would actually happen. How does WWE get itself into the point where they don't have any money, they do have all their roster, they've got access to high school gyms, all the licensing of their stuff? Like, it's just, I can't think of what it is. It's cool as a competitive mode, but the fact that it's Raw and SmackDown, I would almost prefer that it was like 2 made up wrestle, or even just NXTs. I think when I do this, I'll be doing it as NXT. All right, let's use the imagination now. NXT, you know, Vince McMahon woke up on the wrong side of the bed, was like, that's it. I want you guys to compete. NXT, starting off in high school gyms. All right, we're there. It's going to be NXT all the way. Yeah, interesting gameplay. It looked very neat. I like that there's a lot of factors that go into what the match ratings are. Hopefully they mean something. I hope we don't find out that they're kind of, you know, meaningless. Yeah, because if you can strategize your card in a very specific kind of almost like RPG kind of way, where you're moving, you know, these power cards and stuff like that around, that could make for very competitive GM versus GM gameplay, which I said they haven't confirmed that it's like fully online, but they have said that you can use like share play or something like that. I'm not that familiar with share play, but yeah, I'm curious to see how that actually works. But I'm very keen for this game. I'll be checking that out. Go check out the Back to the Temple Lucha Underground Rewatch podcast on the channel as well. All the other content, of course. Botchamania reaction. I think I still got to edit that one and get it up. But as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends. See you in the next video. Peace.